YouTube? We're doing offer review, and I've been having tons of technical problems with my new computer, so we're going to do the sitting down format today. First things first, big shout out to Minball TV, who found a data mine that just came out today, literally like 20 minutes ago, that says Morgan Le Fay is going to be in the next blog post. So we're going to expect to have information tomorrow about her. There's been a lot of speculation about Morgan. You're welcome to check out Tana's video right here. Morgan and his team revealed Excalibur high potential. Yeah, this came out yesterday. If you want to do that. Some people have been speculating that that's her here in green and she's one of the four horsemen. I think that they would have done a more dramatic in-game notification if that was going to be the case. So I'm unheard of. In other news, on Reddit, top post on Reddit was "This cannot be ignored," and this was my video yesterday with Philosopher, where we talk about leaderboards and how they're problematic and how they're bad for the game, especially when there's exploits. There was a developer response from CheaterBoard saying they're looking into it. But the point is this: the integrity of the game is the most important part of any game, especially a game that so many people pour ungodly amounts of money into. If there's a problem, we deserve to have it fixed now, not tomorrow. Then there was another post on Reddit, and I can't confirm this, but I want to read this post in its entirety because it really, because I'm not sure if this is true or not, but if it is true, it's very concerning. But I want to read it because I think it really rocked me. Why the War Store exploit should concern everyone. Hey, folks. I haven't seen this mentioned yet, but I wanted to point out why the community should be more in repro than it has been regarding the War Store exploit. What is the exploit? Some people have been able to obtain every single item in the War Store without using the required currency once per reset. How do they do it? I have no idea. That's not the point of the post. I have no idea, and I have no idea if this is a valid exploit, but if it is, this is truly terrible. Every reset of the War Store will provide the possibility of attaining 2,000 Elite Four credits. That means every day the exploiters are getting 1.2 Elite Four orbs. That's 36 Elite Four orbs for free in a 30-day period. Think about how that is trickling into the Elite 5 credits, Elite 6 credits. Once you get to an Elite 7 orb, you get another Elite 7 orb if you pull a duplicate. That means these exploiters are obtaining higher red stars at a dramatically different rate than the rest of us that are not using the exploits. It should be extremely easy for anyone in the database knowledge at Scopely to find these folks because they have pulled a significantly large amount of Elite 7 orbs compared to others. Will they look into it? Probably not, because exploiters have beefier rosters and that'll encourage others to spend up. The too long didn't read. The War Star exploit is leading people getting massive amount of red star pulls, and Scopely has the ability to research this and punish the exploiters, but they probably won't because it'll make spenders to spend to try and catch up. Boy. I hope this is not true. I really do. And if it is true, I hope that it gets fixed and they actually do this. Also, Cerebral Lord, but I have to say I was extremely disappointed in the issue about compensation for the exploit. I'm in the top 150 TCP in the game, and I spend a lot of money on my account. I'm always ranking top 1% in Blitz. I didn't even make top 1% in the event. To hear there are exploiters who caused all of us to get lower ranks than we should have is absolutely unacceptable. It's a waste for me to spend money and try to improve my roster when others can cheat and do better. I am just flabbergasted to learn that we all receive less because of cheats, and evidently this is okay for Scopely. Another solution to this problem would have been, and it was brought out right here, the proactive thing would have been just to give everyone's one Stark Tech orb at the start. They do this for each strike pass without issue. This would have enlarged the pool of players in the top 1%, and greatly minimize the impact of people using the known exploit to do more for less. That's right. My understanding is like 2/3 of the people didn't even get a single orb from the event. Therefore, they weren't on the leaderboards, which largely caused this problem. Also, or this is a possible solution, and I like this solution. Scopely, lay your eyes on this company and learn how they should be doing it. And I'm going to read this. But if they're going to have the Apocalypse event, and it's going to for the horsemen, and it's going to have a leaderboard, it needs to have some integrity, right? And I think having a public statement would go a long way in saying, hey, we're going to investigate everybody that gets the horsemen the first time around. We're going to make sure there's no exploits. There's a lot of lack of trust from the community. They've never done right by this before. They also have a super bad history of not being able to ban the correct people. I don't know, it was more than a year ago. They did a mass banning, and a large number of the people that were banned incorrectly and had to be unbanned. So there's not a lot of confidence. And I think that's the main problem, is there's not a lot of confidence in what they say. I mean, they have to actually take some action and fix exploits. But I wanted to read what another game is doing and what this post is right here about. It's from AFK Arena. And I just want to read some of the words that they put out to their community. To ensure and maintain a fair and balanced gaming environment, we continuously pay close attention to actions that undermine the fairness and balance of AFK Arena. Wow, I like this. We will impose severe penalties for installing or using illegal plugins, cracking codes, exploiting loopholes. Not even just calling them issues, right? Legal advertisements of modifying the network configuration, obtain and disclose version information, reserve the right to prosecute relevant infringers. And they go on and on and on. Now, at the end of the day, I just want to say this. I think it's the video games developers to do the right thing and make sure that these exploits don't exist. My understanding is like the double donation, they had an opportunity to fix it. They actually did fix it. And then somehow it broke again and it never got refixed. Unacceptable. I mean, because it's not really cool for players to be pointing at other people and calling everybody cheaters and all this other stuff, because at the end of the day, it's Scopely's responsibility to fix this, but they also need to take a stand. It feels like Scopely right now is siding with these people and there's no consequences for it. And that is truly upsetting to me for wanting this game to be better. And because of what it comes down to at the end of the day is that the integrity of the game should be the most important part of any game. Well, the second most important thing. I think the most important thing is the game should be stable and not crashing all the time. Many people on iPhone and iPads and even on a lot of Samsung devices, high-end devices, are having problems right now. That's probably the most important issue. The second most important issue, and that's just like a no-brainer. That's such a big no-brainer. That's like a restaurant having a restroom and a functioning toilet. The game should just not be buggy and crashing all the time. And then secondly, the integrity of the game should be the most important part of the game, especially in a game that so many people pour ungodly amounts of money into. If there's a problem, we deserve to have it fixed now, not tomorrow. I feel like that's the main thing that has to happen. My goodness. Also, I wish the launch party orb would remain. I got to say, I really do like the launch party orb. This is a good thing. I don't know how I feel about the store, but I do like the events. And I do like this Celebrate the Web event with the launch party orbs. These launch party fragment orbs are fantastic. I very much do like them. They're some of the better orbs. They actually feel better than premium orbs to me. I've actually pulled a modest amount of gold. I've pulled good character shards out of them. Cersei and Icarus. I mean, this is a great orb. We haven't had a good orb like this for a long time. I wish some of the Greek raid orbs felt like this launch party orb. And then lastly, hit the nail on the head, and this is from a person coming from Brazil. They say, congratulations, Scopely. You've made my free-to-play ally buy an offer. Most of my ally mates have never bought anything before, but the $1 Silver Surfer offer was too good to pass. I have been saying that if there were cheaper offers, you would reach the free-to-play. I agree. I hope that we get another offer like this weekly. People will surely be willing to buy a $1 offer instead of a can of Coke, and I guess this is some kind of chicken. I don't really know what that is. I don't know how to say it. Just for a reference, minimum wage in Brazil is, I guess, $2. I guess, I don't know, $2.20 US. My goodness. But yeah, this is kind of something. I think these reasonable offers, they need to do more things like that. Maybe it'll increase sales. Now let's get to offer review. We're going to look at some of the offers right here. And I got to say the offer review was largely uneventful for me. And we're going to go through it quickly because I think it's mostly trash. And I'm just going to assume that most of these offers are trash, and I'll pause on the offers that are worth considering. This stuff right here is just straight pure garbage. This right here kind of makes sense to me in the context of unlocking Cersei and Icarus is very important. They're probably the two. Icarus is the best character in the game when paired up with Cersei, and so do what you got to do. Not that 50 character shards for $25 is an exceptional value, but it is better than $35. And then also Scarlet Spider, two things. He was the one that they were the most stingy on in his event when it was related to the Pocket Dimension. Also, they mentioned for the unlocked event for the Horsemen, which is going to be a leaderboard milestone, which has these different tiers and difficulties through the Scourges. They said that Web Warriors and or Dark Hunters are going to be required to get into the top tiers, which are going to award the most points. And the points are going to be important because it's going to be tied to a milestone, which is the cause of all the outrage right now with the community, is having another milestone event for exploiters to exploit. They should call it a CheaterBoard event instead of a leaderboard event. Anyways, there is Icarus, and there's Ghost Spider again. Carbonating Chaos offer. The problem I have with this offer is you get 30 character shards of the wrong character that you don't need. This is probably for people trying to get Omega Red. Not a fan of this. Lethal Protector offer 50 character shards for $20. He's still not really farmable or available anywhere, so it is what it is. Lady Deathstrike, this is outrageous. 50 character shards for $30. No way. Get out of here. I'm a big fan of Sean. Shang-Chi, what they call him, Sean in the movie. 45 character shards for $20. I just really like this guy. Although $45 character shards for $20 is not a great deal. Doctor of the Dead, Dr. Voodoo. So these are the new shards that average 9.3, minimum 6. They can actually give up to 180, but that just never happens. I value these orbs at $3 a piece. So right there, we've got $15. This is kind of a thing for Brawler. If you want to get a Brawler up into War Ready for $20, although it doesn't take a long time to farm these, so I've never bought this. This is probably the only thing that's worth considering, except for on my free-to-play account, they have some bundle deals that I think are okay. But if you're a person that refreshes the 50s for campaign, this is not a good deal. But if you're a person that refreshes the 100s, this is better than refreshing the 100s. Not great. That's worth $7. This is trash. This is trash. All of this stuff down here is just pure garbage. There's really nothing down here worth considering. Pack of shame. You got to buy it. You got to buy it. But it's all garbage. Nothing of interest whatsoever. We're going to toggle over to the free-to-play account and see what we have going on over here. I do like this Sinister 6 team right here. 150 character shards times 5. Largely, this is not that important of a team overall, but it will do a couple things if you just got Doc Ock. This is the remaining part of the team that could work with Doc Ock. Also, if you're trying to unlock Invisible Woman and Shuri, these characters will help you on that. So there you go. And then also prepare for Nick Fury. We've got the Kree Minion team, 150 character shards times 5 for $35. The team is not good. Believe me, these Kree Minions are trash. Barely even blitz worthy. But if it helps you get Nick Fury, and Nick Fury's not even that playable, but Nick Fury will help you get Omega Red along with Secret Avengers and Winter Soldiers. And that'll do it. The rest of it is garbage. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.
Just stand, 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 stand,